Firstly, Paul, the team must be itching to get back on home soil on Saturday to continue our good home form this season.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, to be honest, Tom, I think we played very well away from home. Probably played better away from home than we did against Guiseley on Saturday, by all reports. But our home form's good, and at the moment, that's what's given us the points to put us mid-table.
You must be very frustrated after Tuesday night's defeat to Dover, as it was a game we certainly gave it a go, but just couldn't find that end product in the end.
Yeah, I mean, it's been disappointing from Gateshead really. Gateshead, Wrexham, Eastleigh, and now Dover. I think the first goal against Eastleigh was a clear 2 or 3 yards offside. These decisions make a big difference. And then Tuesday again, it's a goal that's clearly almost 2 yards over. It's not even close. And then we've missed another poor penalty. So we've been unlucky, but you've got to make your own luck in football. And we do need a bright performance as well as a result on Saturday.
What have you made of Saturday's opponent's Woking start to the season?
Well, Gary Hill's someone I know well. He's a wily manager. He's done particularly well, and I think he's done brilliant under difficult circumstances at Woking in the last year or two. Gary sort of set his stall out at the start of the season, where the club was and what he felt he needed to achieve. And at the moment, they've definitely picked up in the last maybe 3 weeks. And we watched them against Eastleigh, and I thought they were very unlucky not to win the game. So I think it'll be a good game. Both teams like to play good football, and both teams like to attack. So I'm hoping, again, it's a derby. I think there'll be a big crowd, a big following from Woking. So it's a game that we should all be looking forward to.
Who do you feel the key men are for Woking?
Well, certainly Matt Tubbs, who's already scored against us this year, and Delano York. Delano York, someone that we spoke to in the summer, so that probably shows how highly we rate him. Kieran Murtagh is a fantastic midfielder in this league and above. And I certainly think Michael Pope's a good keeper. I know Michael well as well. So they've got other good players, but they'll be fine. I think both clubs will finish in and around mid-table, and maybe higher.
It must be sad to lose Dan Wishart, but it shows how well players have developed here at Gandon Green Lane.
Yeah, I think that's hugely important. I've seen a few comments that Dan's gone sideways. His wages haven't gone sideways. They've probably doubled, if not more, which was important for him. It means that he can train 5 days a week instead of the Tuesdays, Thursdays here. And the reality is that Forest Green are very much geared up to get promotion. And I think that they've got every chance this year, and Dan will play league football with Forest Green. The club received a substantial fee, one that allows us to not put it back into the playing budget, but into the simple things at the club, such as paying for the away travel. It costs us nearly £3,000 for an away game at this level. And the club, we still, the supporters that put in nearly 50,000 for us, the Dan Wishart money, the FA Cup money, the FA Trophy money, every penny is massive for this football club. And I do mean that. There won't be any more incomings away from bringing in a left back, but we're very, very happy with the squad we've got. And as I said, we do need everyone to be realistic. We need to establish ourselves, hopefully, as a good National League club, and maybe one year we can push on.
And as a consequence of Wishart departing, you put Dan Spence at left back on Tuesday night. How do you feel he did there?
Listen, Dan Spence is a right back who can play left back. He's been unlucky this year because Kevin Amankwa has been fantastic, hasn't been injured, and Dan's had to wait his chance. We do need a left-sided player. You look unbalanced if you've got a right foot lad playing there, but Dan's more than capable of playing at left back. But we always knew the opportunity would come with Dan Wishart, and George McLennan was always my main target to go and get. And this is something that's been in the background for a long time.
You also brought Bradley Hudson-Odoi into the lineup. Do you think he's someone who can keep his place in the starting 11?
Well, I think everyone deserves a chance, and we haven't been scoring goals from the wide areas or from up front. Everyone's aware that that's an issue at this present moment. It was an issue last season for 16 games, and we kept faith with the strikers that we had, and they all came good. I think McAllister coming back gives us a different option, and that's great. But we got McAllister, Dixon, and Fitchett. And on top of that, we got Stern and Deacon. But all five are more than aware that they need to step up and score more goals, and that includes Bradley as well.
How do you feel the players who've been out on loan have done this season?
Well, we got very good reports on Sean Cooper from Tommy Widgington. The same from McAllister. Duns has got 3 goals in 7 games for Tonbridge. I talk to Steve McKim all the time about Duns. With Duns, we're probably waiting for the heavier weather. by his own admission, Duns gets going in November, December. So at the moment, it's worked well. As I said, we've now got 2 players back in the squad that are match fit, and we probably need that with the amount of injuries that we've had.
How much do you think the experience at Chelsea's common training ground has benefited the players?
It was more a PR exercise. I wouldn't put too much into that. I think it was nice for us to be invited. I think it was nice for the club as well that that they feel that we're a good enough side to go and play their 23 team. But it was a nice change from perhaps training as we do Tuesdays, Thursdays.
And unfortunately, it's been a very tough time for you personally at the moment.
Yeah, Dad's flown back in on Tuesday. We managed to get him back. Thanks again to everyone for their well wishes. But he's back now, fully recovered from a brain operation that at one point looked dodgy. But he's going to be up on Saturday watching the game against Woking, and I know that he also wants me to thank everyone for their many kind words as well.
Paul, thank you very much for talking to SJC TV, and good luck for Saturday.
Thanks very much, Tom. Thank you.